Hello, and welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is what are people secretly admiring about you but behind your back? And for that, you have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. And, guys, if you like my content, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Hello, pile one. Let's see what are people secretly admiring about you but behind your back. Clearly, you guys are those people who believes in living their lives on their own terms. You are a lot of you could be like a social butterfly, a very gregarious person, somebody who has a very strong social life, and I'm seeing a lot of judgment coming your way, but you choose to live your life on your own terms. People judge you, people try to criticize you, but they would love to live the life that you are living. You believe in living your life on your own terms, and that is something that people secretly are admiring about you. Clearly, you tend to get a lot of attention wherever you go. It could be because of a lot of you are genuinely good looking, like gorgeous human beings, and your personality is equally good, absolutely like spot on. You tend to attract a lot of attention without even trying. You know what, you have a lot of qualities about you as well. Clearly, with this six of pentacles, you guys are known for your charitable works, your a lot of you could be like into charities and donating a significant amount of your money, or maybe volunteering, running a soup kitchen or a free kitchen from where people could get food. Or maybe some of you are one of those people, very compassionate, very kind, nurturing, giving. The way in which you treat your own people, the way in which you treat those people like who are your like family members, you treat them like you are that person whom people tend to reach out to when they are in trouble. you know so people tend to admire this, the way in which you help extend your help, especially to those people who are in need, is something that is very admirable. Three of Wands. A lot of you have struggled a lot. I'm seeing, like, especially initial phases of your life. Some of you had to migrate to a different country or a state. Some have actually come far away from your home because your home situation was probably not very stable, was not very apt for you to like do something. So some of you have had some unstable home situation, but you have come a long way. A lot of you had to travel to a different country, different continent, to search in search of a new better life, and you guys did it. You guys have found success at a different place, in a different land mostly. That's what I'm seeing. Five of Wands, you guys are very competitive when it comes to your work. You're very competitive, very determined, very driven. You don't care. Like, others are saying things about you, but you barely care because you know what your goals are, how capable you are, and you know how to achieve the goals that you have in your mind. Justice card. Yeah, you are a lot of you could be, first of all, related to the law, legal, paralegal, or advocates, or could be into advocacy of some sort. Like, I'm seeing you guys are a very fair and square, very just person. A lot of you might have felt like justice was not delivered to you once when you needed it. So today you try to deliver the justice. A lot of you are actually, what people admire is you tend to stand up and speak up against the injustices that are happening around you. That is very admiring. A lot of you could be Libras. You know what I'm seeing? You guys are like, you tend to get a lot of attention with the Star card and this Three of Wands. You are a very self-made person. You have a position today, a place, a stability. A lot of you have found probably a new house, a better home to live in. You've created your own direction of life with your own hard work, self effort. I'm seeing a lot of you could be having a very strong Saturn position, which has propelled you towards success, which has propelled you towards doing things which would be apt and right for you. Yes, you are the person whom people tend to look up to. They literally feel that if this person has, like, a lot of you literally came to a new place, new country, having bare minimum in your pocket. From there, you have created a position. So that is something like your zeal to create something magnificent out of your own life, something very significant out of your own life. That is something that is very admirable. Literally, you are the architect of your own life. What I'm hearing with this now, a lot of you could be having a work where your hand is very prominent. It could be coding, it could be a chef, it could be a dentist, a surgeon, to like a painter or a writer, anything. But literally, most of you could also be very, very much self taught and self driven. Like, you had to do a lot of things, you had to learn a lot of things on your own. Literally, a lot of you are like very young achievers in a way. Even after facing a lot of debacle and impediments, you guys kept on moving ahead, you guys kept on moving forward, and that is the thing that has given you so much of success. You are very wise. What people admire about you is literally, this is a person who is way wiser, so wise, way wiser beyond their age. You are somebody who has learned the difficult, tougher lessons at a pretty young age in life. A lot of you, sorry, I'm just moving setting the camera a little bit. Right, trying to set it up. Right, yeah. So, a lot of you have actually, you have experienced a lot of bitter things, tougher. A lot of you actually had a pretty tough childhood, I'm hearing, especially where you have seen a lot of instability, maybe alcoholism, whatnot, and you have come out of it, which made you way wiser. That is another thing that people secretly admire about you behind your back. You're also very, very ambitious. You're very ambitious, very focused, very ambitious. You know what? It was your ambition, it was this raw ambition that has pushed you to work harder and harder in your life. That's what I can see. And that is something, your ambition, even now, after we reach a certain position, certain position of stability, we like this ambition tend to fade, tend to wane. But in your case, you're even after reaching a certain position, your ambition has not faded. You are still, you want to gun for bigger like achievements in life, and that is something people admire. You are a person who is like this tortoise in the face of severe impediments, six of swords, severe criticism. You guys don't give up. You guys tend to face the battle fiercely and move ahead. You are a person who has faced a lot of impediments, a lot of battle, a lot of trouble in their lives, but you kept on moving ahead. You kept on moving forward. Even if you couldn't walk, you'd prefer to crawl rather than staying still. For you, literally, till I'm alive, till I'm breathing, I'm gonna try and put the next foot ahead, next foot forward in front of me. That is the mindset that you have, and that is something that has given you a lot of success. Like, not gonna give up no matter what. That is the mindset you have, and people tend to really admire you. Yeah, you are, a lot of you are absolute arm candies. You guys are extremely attractive. Of course, with this two of cups cards, I can see that you guys are very attractive and extremely admirable. A lot of people naturally have their eyes set on you, and yeah, you are a very hot person in general, very gorgeous, hot, whichever way you put it, like very desirable, very attractive. Yeah, with the strength card, people also admire how strong you have been. You guys, most of you had to go to a different country, at least out of your home, restart something. Maybe some of you got married early, and then you had to start working. And after having a family, like restarting work, those kind of scenarios also could be happening. So you guys tend to display a lot of emotional strength. You have like a lot of perseverance, a lot of persistence, a lot of like, no matter what life throws at me, I'm gonna live up to it, I'm gonna stand up to it. That kind of a mindset I can see. Yeah, you have a very bright personality. Persona is very bright, very, very bright, very, people literally feel very attracted towards you guys, because you have such a nice and positive vibes and aura about you. That's what I can see. Like, people admire how vibrant, how jubilant, like, you are somebody who knows what is right for them, and who never ever uh, dims their own light in order to make other people comfortable. So these qualities, like, I am going to try and be the best I can be, and be totally unapologetically myself. So a lot of people might call you a selfish person or whatever, but basically deep down they want to live your life. Yeah, a lot of guys, like in a heterosexual scenario, should you identify as a female, a lot of people are literally willing to take you out on dates, or I'm actually getting not just dates, actually long term romantic relationships I can see. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius can be significant for a lot of you. People consider you to be very lucky. People consider you to be somebody, like, what people admire is, this is a person who also got very lucky in life. Maybe what I'm seeing is, it's your hard work, it's your zeal to take the risk which made you so lucky, but it is what it is, right? Elk. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. You are a person who is extremely dignified. You are a person who is very dignified, very focused, very graceful. What people admire is your grace, the grace with which you carry yourself. I'm seeing, like, you always look pretty dapper, pretty well put together. You speak really well. A lot of you could be speaking multiple languages, and really well spoken, like, very fluently speaking multiple languages. So you are like that graceful elk whom people tend to look up to and admire for sure. Take charge with authority. Yeah, you guys are natural leaders, born leaders. You guys have, most of you have natural leadership qualities about you, which people tend to really appreciate. There is a lot of authoritative nature, like a leader would have, leading from the front, then walking the talk, as they call it, like doing what you believe in doing, do what you preach. Those kind of leadership qualities, a lot of you probably rose to the top. If you are in a formal employment, a lot of you could have risen to the top pretty early because of the leadership qualities that you have displayed. That could also be. So people really admire your leadership qualities. It's time to take action. Yeah, you're extremely action oriented. Most of you are like in a go 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 mode, very proactive, very much like workaholics. Those kind of scenarios I can see for you. Like, you are just raring to take action all the time. Voices. Yeah, you know what, you are somebody, yes, as I said, a lot of you tend to speak multiple languages, and your voice could be significant. A lot of you could be like therapists, teachers, doctors, spiritual healers, somebody, maybe singers even. Yes, singers, how could I forget? Or like narration artists, RJs, those kind of things, where your voice artists, vocal artists, your voice is very significant, your speech is very significant for you. That is something that I can see. Hold your vision. You are a visionary. What I can see is, you guys are known to have a vision of your own. You are a person who is known to have a vision of your own, and you have a long term goal, a long term vision about you. Vision is something that you have. You are a visionary, and people really like, exactly where to see yourself, where you want to see yourself, like 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line. You probably have a vision for your own. A lot of you have your own businesses, or your own career, your own life's milestones, and you know exactly where you would like to see yourself, like a few years down the line. And that is something that people really admire, like very sorted kind of people. Elements. Remember to feel the warmth pulsing through her womb. You are a child of mother. True harmony awaits you. You know what? This card literally signifies to me the magician card. It's equivalent to the magician card in a lot of ways. You have literally like the magician. You have used all the four elements of nature. Remember, the four elements of nature is only available to the magician, and have used them to create a life of your own. Literally, a lot of you guys literally started from nowhere in a new place, that kind of a scenario, very adversarial situations, and you have created a stable life out of that. So being able to create a stable life out of like thin air is something that I can see, and that is something that people really admire and respect about you. Wolverine, you are a lot tougher than you think you are. Yeah, you are a very tough person. You are somebody who is extremely tough, very, 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 like, thick skinned in a lot of ways, very resilient, very persistent. What I'm seeing is you guys have managed to do a lot more than what was expected out of you. You have endured a lot more as well, and these are the reasons why people like you. These are the people reasons why people respect you, admire you. You get a lot of respect because you're very resourceful, very resilient. When other people are feeling jittery, panicking, freaking out, you are somebody who doesn't care much. You don't really care a lot about all that because you have seen a lot worse. You had nothing once, remember? From there, you have rebuilt your life brick by brick, bit by bit. So, that is something that makes a lot of people admire you, respect you, even behind your back, stand your ground. You are somebody who has the guts to speak their truth. You have the guts to say, like a lot of you could be like lawyers and advocates because you tend to speak up against injustices. Yeah. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. You are a very fearless soul, very fearless, strong, fearless, very respectable, that kind of a soul I can see. You are somebody who knows, like, this is what my limitations are, and I have to like live up to it. You don't really care if others are judging you. If you feel something is wrong somewhere, you tend to speak up and stand up and speak out. All right, guys, up till now, if you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Your support would mean the world to me. So, please, if you like my content, please, 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 guys, support my channel, Wise One. Grow within your current situation. Exactly. You are somebody who has grown a lot in your current situation. You have faced a lot of adversity. You have faced a lot of dark, gloomy situations, but you have grown wiser. Instead of growing bitter, you have grown wiser and better. The energy is gaining momentum. A lot of you could be some kind of advocates, or there was a time when if you spoke about certain things, people would probably laugh at you, like, advocacy, climate advocacy, plastic usage, LGBT rights. Probably 5 7 years back, people were not that aware, but today when you speak about all that, people stand, people give you that space, people listen to you. So the energy is gaining momentum. Also, what I'm seeing is a lot of you have worked very hard toward in your work towards your success, and today you have been able to achieve that goal. You've gained the momentum, achieved that goal. Take time to breathe out. You guys are literally workaholics. You are walking like you can literally work day and night if that's what it takes to fulfill your vision. You know what? You guys may be workaholics, but you have impeccable work ethics in place. And that is another thing that people really, really admire about you guys. Show the world the real you. You know what? What I'm seeing is with the, excuse me, energy gaining momentum and showing the world the real you with the Aquarius full moon, a lot of you could be Aquarius or are very ahead of your times. So there was a time when people didn't really recognize you. You didn't get recognition for who you were, how much you brought on table. What I'm seeing is at last, sorry, one second, I'm just trying to, yeah, you know what, you are at last getting your due recognition in your field. You're getting what you deserve, your dues you're getting. At the same time, what I'm seeing is people have started, like, mostly when you start getting recognized, people around you who have totally ignored you at certain points will also try start to accept you, would also start to literally give you that importance, that respect, that admiration that they never gave earlier. So that is exactly what I'm saying is happening with you, a win-win forecast. You know what, people literally think that you are a person who is meant for a bigger thing, bigger success in life, bigger happiness. You are a person who is a winner in life, and people are admiring you for that. You struggled, you kept up, you never gave up, and that's why you have emerged as a winner. And that is the reason why people are admiring you so much. Morning, the world awaits you. Exactly. You are somebody who is very enthusiastic about life. Like every morning for you, it starts a new day, a new you. Literally, this enthusiasm, this passion for life is something that makes a lot of people, even younger people, you have a zeal for life which is way more than even youngsters. And that is something that people really respect, because this is a person, in spite of facing so many debacles, they never give up. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. A lot of you like get admired by others because of your confident body language. But what I'm seeing is basically this is a confidence which came with time and practice. This is a confidence which you never had. To start with, you were never that confident, but with the passage of time, you guys taught yourself to be more confident, to have more faith in your abilities, and to become who you have managed to become today. Evil queen, you deserve sugar and not salt. You are a person who has literally, you are somebody who deserves only sugar and not salt. You are a person who has received a lot of salt in their lives, but now you have realized that you deserve nothing but sweetness in your life. That is what I can see, that you are somebody today who is like, you are very much like, I know what I want out of my life, and I am not going to let things happen, let others decide what is right for me. I'm not going to take other people's nonsense. That has become your attitude, and people really admire that about you. You are at last standing up and speaking out your whole truth, and even if it's very unpopular, you know what, truth can become unpopular at times, which might be the case at certain times. Like people might judge you, call you stubborn, whatnot, but it doesn't matter. When you're speaking your mind, it doesn't matter, nothing else matters. Treat your body like the palace it is. Yes, what I'm saying is you guys have learned at last to respect yourself, to respect your body. There was a time, maybe a lot of you had some body confidence issues, or even you suffered from the imposter syndrome, like maybe I'm not good enough, maybe my success was just fluke, this, that, and the other. But today you are more evolved, more self-aware, more self-reliant, more like self-confident, and that is something that is people are admiring about you. Justice, of course, justice is coming. You know what, You guys tend to stand up for a lot of people's justice, because what I'm saying is there was a time when you felt like things were really unjust to you, and there was nobody who stood up to you, who stood up for you. So today you try to deliver that justice to those who have no one else to speak up and speak out for them. Don't be afraid to sing. You are a person who has become like the spaceship. You are a person who literally tend to live their life on their own terms. You dance to the tunes of your own beats, rather to the bits of your own tunes. That's the correct expression, I believe. So what I'm saying is, you guys are those people. There was a time when you used to be a people pleaser. Today you no longer care, and people really admire. Like, whether you want to judge me, go ahead and do it. I'm gonna live my life to the fullest. I'm gonna live a happy life on my own terms. That's your mindset, which people very independent, self-reliant, very very, like, live. If you feel that that is the best thing for you to do, you will just end up doing that no matter what others say. Expectations don't seek anyone's approval. Exactly. You are a person who does not believe in seeking other people's approval. You today do exactly what you feel, what your conscience tells you to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, if your conscience tells you that, this is the right thing for you to do, you just go ahead and do it, no matter what the judgment comes your way, however the other things are actually. So that is something, like, being able to live life on your own terms, having the guts to do that, is something that people really are admiring about you. All right guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation, guys. If yes, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Namaste. Thank you. Hello, pile 2. Let's see what are people secretly admiring about you but behind your back. Clearly, you guys have been through a phase where you felt totally stuck, like this, caged bird. You literally felt not stuck, just very trapped. A lot of you have been through some narcissistic relationship. It could be a family situation, sadly a parent or a sibling, or an ex, or maybe it was your mindset of overthinking, procrastination, and not taking the action, and in the process, like, staying trapped in your own mind, and then losing it all, and maybe resorting to some kind of addiction. Those kind of situations I'm seeing. You being really anxious, sad, not knowing what to do. Maybe a lot of you lost your jobs because of your circumstances or certain other stuff. So you felt literally trapped, really sad, anxious. That has been a situation. For a lot of you, your workplace have been a hell, but that couldn't deter you. You know why people admire you so much? Secretly, you have been put through a lot of tests by life. That is something that I can see, that you guys have been through a lot of tests. Your life has really tasted you hard, but you guys never gave up. I'm seeing a lot of gossip, especially at your workplace, in a professional setting, happening behind your back. People admire you, but they gossip about you as well. Probably a lot of you tend to portray a very brave face. I'm seeing a very wise person you have become. Early, the fool too, they were always a fool. Somebody who were more gullible, who was more like a child, who used to take risks without thinking of the pros and cons. But today you are a fool too, who takes risks, who will jump, but before that, you've calculated the pros and cons in life. That is something a fool to does. You've got infinite, what do you call it, opportunities. You've got infinite potentials about you, and people really admire you for that. Like, this is a person who, in spite of all the beatings from life, they never gave up. They instead started to carried on doing what they were doing to the best of their abilities. Seven of Wands, you are a person who has been very, very brave in their life. You are known. People admire you for your bravery. You have been a very brave person. Somebody who faced up to life and a lot of its obstacles head on. You have faced your life, whatever life has thrown at you, with a lot of courage, with a lot of determination. You are like, you know what? You can't pull me down just like that. That kind of a mindset you have always had. Clearly, you know what the moon card says? You have been like, you know, your emotions tend to constitute a major part of your life. Your creativity, your intuitions. A lot of you could be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancers. A lot of you have such strong intuition or creativity that people really admire you. A lot of you could be talented artists, like an instrument player, a singer, dancer, painter, anything, cooking, anything, something which is artistic, something that makes you stand out and people admire you for that. A lot of you could be having a very strong intuitive power, very naturally blessed in the department of intuition. And you know what, certain things you've predicted to some people and they've initially laughed at you, they didn't believe you, but there was a time when they started believing in you because those things started to come true. The Hermit card, a lot of you are very, very stoic. You do not get into mess with other people, you do not get into other people's business, and you prefer the same from others, like a very quiet, intelligent, observant kind of a person. Also, the Hermit people, usually you could be very much into occult practices, into meditation, tantra, kundalini, crystals, astro, tarot. Those things could also play a significant role, and a lot of you could be naturally blessed in these departments, like natural intuitive power, natural predictive power. Those things could be another reason why people really admire. Actually, people admire your natural abilities. It could be your talent, it could be your intuition power, it could be your creative talent, anything. People admire that. Apart from your bravery, apart from the courage, apart from your, like, not gonna give up kind of mindset, wisdom. Yeah, you're a very hardworking person. See, the fruits that are sprouting today, they are a fruit of your labor. What people admire about you is you have always been a very hardworking person. Today you are reaping the rewards, the benefits of the hard work that you have put in the last few years. I'm seeing, like, today you are actually sprouting the results. See, the ancestors, these ravens, they signify the ancestors. I'm seeing, like, you are a person who has been through so much, but they never stopped working. You kept on working harder and harder and harder, and even smarter these days. As I say, smart work, smart work. But what, in my humble opinion, you have to work hard to realize where to work more on, and that will give you that 80-20 proportion. As they say, you put in like 80% work, and it's the 20% of it that gives you the 80% of the result. Like, whatever work you put in, it's the 20% of those that tend to give you 80% of the result. That is something that has happened in your case as well. All right. A lot of you, why people are admiring you is you guys have had today an increase in your stature, an increase in your, what do you call it? Um, up leveling in your lifestyle. A lot of you have had a promotion, upgradation in lifestyle. A lot of you are moving around frequently thanks to your job. Those things are happening very frequently. You are somebody who is now at a higher stature, higher level, where you can totally, like, people are looking up to you. They're like 3, 4, 5 years back, people couldn't even imagine that a person like you could achieve so much, but you have actually gone beyond their expectations today. Yes, a lot of achievement, change of place. A lot of you could be moving to a more developed country. Maybe a lot of you are moving from a developing to a developed country, or have moved and have a lifestyle upgradation has happened. Maybe you guys are frequently, you've become frequent travelers and frequent flyers. So these things people are really admiring. A lot of you have had actually an upgradation in your lifestyle. Wheels of fortune, what I'm seeing is you guys have, first of all, number 10, it marks the new beginning in one's life. So the wheels of fortune tells me that you are a person who has managed, you have managed to turn the wheels of fate into wheels in your favor, wheels of fortune, which are now winding in your favor with your sheer hard work, your manifestation power, your credibility in the market has increased. You know what? When we are succeeding, when we are a hit, everybody admires us. That is something like, those people are admiring you because you have achieved something which was way beyond their expectations. For a lot of you, that is something I can see. You can tell me that, what, I'm far behind where I want to be, but people around you didn't expect you. They see you as a very successful person. So it's in the perspective. I'm sure you can do a lot better, but this is what I can see why people are admiring you. It's your bravery, the courage with which you would, like, you have dusted yourself off and you started moving ahead. That is something that makes a lot of people admire you, but mostly behind your back, because they gossip about you as well. All right, guys, up till now, if you like my content, then please hit the like button, share and subscribe. I'm trying to restart my channel, so if you like my content, do hit the like button. Thank you. Ace of Wands, you guys are so passionate. It's your passion and zeal to do the extra work, to put in all the effort that you can, is something that is making you stand out these days in the crowd. Your passion to give it your all, to do your best, get something awesome out, make something awesome out of your life. That kind of a zeal, a proactiveness I can see in you, and that is something that people admire in you. Queen of Swords, you guys are very good mentor figures. Clearly you have been through some major hiccups or debacle, whichever way you put it. And the Queen of Swords typically is a person who is, in spite of being through a lot of nonsense, a lot of, more than nonsense, it's really hiccups and hardships that your life has put you through. Life can, like, punch me in my gut, but I'll get right back up and do what I'm supposed to be doing. You have that kind of a mindset. What I'm seeing is you guys have literally, a lot of you are very good at recognizing people's true color. You're very good at seeing through people's facade. And you're very wise, very sharp tongued as well. A lot of you are very sharp tongued. And these are the reasons, like, manipulating you, BSing with you is not an easy game. That is something that people really admire about you. You're very good with money, very good at making money, investing money, saving money, everything. You're you're terrific at that. You're a very stable person. You have been through a lot worse. So whenever there are certain emergencies or some urgent situations, people are freaking out, jumping up and down, running around. You usually tend to maintain. There is a lot of karmic calm about you. A lot of you could be Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. People really admire that about you. Strong Scorpio people, Capricorn people are awesome at managing emergencies. They are very good emergency manager. That's what I can see. And you guys are very good at that and are very stable people. Seven of Swords, you are a person who is, you have been a person who is so, like, it's very calculating. You have become very wise and calculating. This guy is hiding, Literally, he is hiding behind the tree with his ammunitions because there are three people, and he is waiting for the right opportunity to hit him, because he knows that if he went straight ahead, then he will be easily defeated. So that's exactly what you have become, somebody who is more calculating about life. They know when the time is right, they will get everything they want. Seven of Cups, you are somebody who has been able to manifest a lot of things, lot of positive stuffs in their life. What I'm seeing is you guys are one of those people who have managed to make something really great out of their lives, out of nowhere, and like seriously manifesting so many things. And like, you can't even imagine, you can't believe that you have come thus far in life, this far in life. That kind of admiration, like it's like most people, you guys, both of you, all of you, you started from here, you rose to this level, and they are somewhere here. I'm not demeaning anyone else, but you have had like I'm seeing, especially financially, guys, you have had some real upgradation. Even if you're a student, I'm seeing even there you guys rose, you have had like a meteoric rise in a lot of ways. Nine of Wands, you guys are so desirable, very feisty. A lot of you could be Sagittarius and Leos as well. Yeah, feisty, fiery, you know what you deserve, and you will not let others take that away from you. That is another thing I can see. Like, this is what I deserve, this is what I'm deserving of, and I'm not gonna let others decide what I like, what I should be doing with my life. And you're also extremely desirable. So that is another thing why people, of course, yeah, you are living a very, like, some of you are having an opulent life, and now if you look back, most of you are actually living in a way better situation than you were at like 5 years back. So that kind of an upgradation, like if you look around, your colleagues who started with you, they have had upgradations, sorry, but not to this extent. That's the change difference I am talking about. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. What I'm seeing is you have really managed to cut cords with everything that reminded you of your past, everything of your past lives, past contracts, your soul patterns, because those are the things that were holding you back. You wouldn't allow today, this you wouldn't allow anything. Like, when you're not carrying the baggage of your of your past, then only you can have a vibrational upgradation, energetic upgrades and awakening. You are today a much more aware and awakened soul, somebody who has a very high vibration about you. Yeah, people actually love being around you because of this very high, enthusiastic, high level vibration. Your commitment is being tested. Yes, there was a time, especially if, now not that much I'm hearing, but some of you probably even now you face that am I really good enough? You guys tend to still suffer from this, I am probably not good enough, that imposter syndrome, as they call it. But what I can assure you of is you guys are doing fantastic. A fantastic job. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. What I'm saying is you guys are one of those people who has managed to work through their fears, who has really managed to, once you manage to face your fears in its face, then nothing else matters. You have literally managed to move over and beyond your fears. Your fears no longer determine you, define you. It's you and your work ethics and your performance that defines you. Scorpio can be significant. It calls for a transformation. You guys have transformed yourself. High Priestess, a lot of you could be very strongly into spirituality. If you are not, then let me tell you, my dear pile number twos, that you have a very strong potential. You are a very good creator. Intend and create. You can create anything, literally, if you put your mind to it at the right time. You are good enough, Virgo. Yeah, Virgo, Capricorn, this grounded energies, but also a lot of fire energies I can see, like Scorpio, sorry, Sagittarius and Leos can also be seen. You are very good. Like, people admire your capability. That's what I'm hearing. Like, people are admiring you because of how capable you have become. Like, there has been a shape shifting that has happened in you. They can no longer recognize the old you who was pretty unsure of themselves. Spider, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. You know what I'm seeing is you are somebody who has been extremely creative. You are somebody who has been extremely creative, extremely, like, a lot of you have a very strong creative angle to you. Basically, good writers, good authors, good poets, good musicians, good singers, and that is something that your creative talents are something that people respect you for, people admire you for. Like, very few of us have such talents, right? So you guys are one of those for sure. It could also be an intuitive talent, by the way. Rattlesnake, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. A lot of you, yes, can be a healer. You know, a therapist is also a healer, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a medical doctor, a naturopath, anything that actually, your presence can have a very cathartic effect on a lot of people. I'm hearing your presence can have a very cathartic effect, by the way. Yes, trust in the higher forces. You are somebody who literally believed in yourself, in the things that seemed to be impossible. There was a time when you would talk about things and people would think of you as a nutcase, you know. So that kind of a situation you have been through, while people would probably demean you, would probably laugh behind your back, but you never stopped believing in yourself. You never stopped believing in the universe. And today, whatever you're getting is because of that belief system that you have got. A time for healing. You have managed to heal yourself. You have healed yourself completely. You guys have absolutely managed to heal yourself from your past traumas and injuries, for sure. Camel, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Yes, you are somebody whom people consider to be very resourceful. You know, a camel survives in the driest of deserts. You are like that. You have survived a lot and you are very resourceful. You know how to survive difficult situation. That's why people admire you. Meditate and contemplate. A lot of you are very much into grounding and meditation and stuff like that. And that is very attractive, let me tell you that. Blue Heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Exactly. You are that person who is known to speak the unpopular truth, even if that comes at a other cost, like people demeaning you, laughing at you. You have the backbone to stand up and speak the truth, and that is something which makes a lot of people admire you even more. Star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. You are somebody who has literally managed to follow. You always tend to follow the voice of your soul. You always tend to speak your mind. You are somebody who literally believes in things that, like, you know what, I know what I'm like doing right now. I know if this is right or not. If you feel something is wrong, you tend to speak out. And you know, this ability to speak when, like, you know, it might come at other cost, at your own cost, like people will demean you for that, people will disapprove, then also you speak what you feel is right for the situation. Yes, medicine guardian. As I said, a lot of you are healers. You could be a medical doctor, a naturopath, a nurse, a dentist, something where you heal people. You could be a teacher, you could be a spiritual healer, a spiritual guru, a mentor figure, a counselor, a career coach, a marriage counselor, anything where you are providing a significant amount of value, tremendous amount of value to others. I'm seeing. Get grounded. You guys are extremely grounded, very much connected to nature, extremely focused, grounded, connected to nature. Those are the things that I can definitely see in you. You guys tend to connect. A lot of you could be animal right activists, could be having multiple pets, and really you guys tend to surround yourself with a lot of nature and natural stuff. And you're, a lot of you probably could be having a very, like, bringing nature inside of your home, having a lot of plants. Those things, like, whenever people come to your place, they feel like they have entered a different oasis altogether. And that is something why, like, you have a very different mindset than most of the crowd in general, and that tend to make you stand out. Balance spirituality and practicality, absolutely. You are a very, I'm seeing most of you are professionally very successful, but at the same time you're equally spiritual, but there is a balance. And people admire that you're not like superbly spiritual or superbly practical. You are both. A bit of both is there in you. Move in a new direction. A lot of you are traveling very frequently, I'm seeing. Either you have already started that, or you're about to start that, and that is something that people are admiring you for, because that is giving you, either it's because of some promotion, upgradation, or maybe something that is giving you a lot of visibility. Forgive, red. Yeah, you have managed to forgive those people, forgive your past, forgive your own self for letting others destroy you, for letting others do the harm that they have done. You have forgiven everybody. When we start doing that, we tend to, what we do is we are losing the baggage that we are carrying with our own selves. I am always enough, don't doubt your worth. Exactly. You are no longer doubting yourself, you are no longer doubting your worth. There was a time when you literally had a lot of imposter syndrome. What people are admiring you is, today you are a very self-reliant person at last. Yes, somebody who believes in their own selves. Endings are inevitable. Exactly. There was a time when letting go of your past was difficult, but today you have realized things and people and relationships that are not serving you, that have become toxic, it's better to let them go and be your own priority. You have learned, like, you tend to really have embrace the concept of self love. That is what I can see. And you don't need someone else to fix you. Literally, you have become a person who does not need others to fix them. You are somebody who does not need others to fix them. Instead, you are a person who knows what their worth is. You are a person, like, who knows what they bring on table today, who is very self-reliant, self-made, and equally humble and compassionate. And that is what, like, you're successful yet very compassionate and humble. This combination makes a lot of people admire you. All right, guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, guys, please, please, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.